my God.
I just wish he had a television network. I wish he dropped out of politics and he had his own show and he was the next Wendy Williams. That's all I wanted.
I was going to say the next Alex Jones.
That, Alex, I was actually listening to someone, I think it was the Yard podcast with fucking Ludwig. They were talking about Alex Jones and they're like, accountability aside, like all that shit he said, like he's fucking funny. Like he's got some good shit.
Did I tell you about the time at the comedy club that Alex Jones was there?
I think you mentioned it, but I never heard the story and you gotta share it.
Oh my God. So for the people listening, I worked in the back. I just like served food out. I never talked to customers. And it was, this comedian was like Brian Cullen or Callan was playing. And I can't mention the name of the comedy club, but he's banned from this comedy club because of
Alex
his anti-Hope
Jones.
comments. Yes. He's not allowed. And I remember one of my managers came back and she came right up to me and goes, you get a ticket for table 405. You spit in the food, and like walked away. And I was like, I mean, I will, Heather, but like what? And then I'm like asking around and I find out like Alex Jones is in, and he snuck in 15 minutes after the show began because the lights are down and you can't see him. And I remember before this, I had walked out and I was like serving food and I saw table 405 and it's like a pack of like beefy, like white men, ex-frat boys. Then I was like, oh shit, like great, that's gonna be fun. And then I walked by them again and I went, oh my God, that's Alex Jones. Holy shit. And he's like hiding in the corner with like his hat down, and he like is literally sitting like that, like with hunched over so you can't see him. And props to my management for like handling it, because they, as soon as they realized, oh, like he's actually here, like they had like one of the bigger, taller, like beefier servers who could like handle him, serve his food. There was a girl, or one of the server serving him. She's like 4'9", this like petite blonde woman. She's so sweet. Hope she's doing well. But they were like, nope, we're gonna put someone else in there because like we're not gonna have any like anything happen. And then he went up to one of my other there were 4 managers. He went up to one of the other managers after the show and was like, hey, you can come back to my studio, and invited my manager and the security guards.
That's
and
huge.
The manager and this specific security guard come to the back, and they're like talking to like me and some of the other like ushers and the line cooks about it. And they're like, well, what do we do? Because like everyone there hates him. They were lucky that our like head, like the boss, wasn't there, because she would have like stopped the show and kicked him out. Like nobody likes him. But this manager was like, what do you do? Because I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to be around him. But also I really want to go to the studio and see it.
Respect.
I was like, Steve, what do you mean? So that's my Alex Jones story.
You can't turn down an invitation.
You watched it with me, the This Place Sucks documentary by Andrew Callahan.
Yeah.
Where he like went back to Alex Jones' studio and like was drinking with him and like bench pressing, and then talked about like, when that happens, you don't say no. Yeah. And like that's like a crazy offer, because like all of us hate him, but also like you can go to InfoWars and just like
being on the InfoWars set.
It's crazy. So that's my Alex Jones story.
I hope it's still going. I hope InfoWars is still. I think he owes like $2 billion or some shit.
He like cannot pay this back.
No.
Like
he is fucked.
Mm-hmm.
But
oh my God.
I love that. I love that you. I'm sad that you didn't go up to Alex Jones. Like all of you, and was like, leave. You're probably taller than Alex Jones.
I mean, probably. Yeah. It would. I don't know how he didn't get stopped at the door, because I recently went to a show at the old comedy club like earlier this week, and like we were a few minutes late. They like checked our IDs, because you have to be 18 or older to get in, and like stopped us before we could get in. And I'm like, this place is crawling with security, and they don't play around. Like, how did you get in? And then like they didn't realize who you were. Like,
maybe he just like, because this is not a body shaming podcast, but for Alex Jones, his amount of steroids and male supplements and shit that he takes contorts his body in such a way which is not physically possible. Like the laws of aerodynamics do not apply to him. So I'm wondering if he just kind of like hunched up like a turtle and kind of just rolled in like through the
I mean, like, the thing is, his entire group of people that he was with were, like, copy-pasted. They, like, all were the same guy. It was, like, 6 Alex Jones. I was like, it was crazy.
Hitler took the guns. Stalin took the guns. Mao took the guns. Fidel Castro took the guns. Hugo Chavez took the guns. And I'm here to tell you, 1776 will commence again if you try to take our firearms. Doesn't matter how many lemmings you get out there on the street begging for them to have their guns taken. We will not relinquish them. Do you understand? And that's why you're going to fail, and the establishment knows no matter how much propaganda, the Republic will rise again when you attempt to take our guns.